Okay, it's Alec the Catholic, and I'm back at it again doing another reaction video, this time to Billie Eilish. I guess how you pronounce it. I thought it was Eilish at first, but it's Eilish. So Billie Eilish, Everything I Wanted Live. I've heard one of her songs. I think the Bad Boy song, or Bad Guy. I think it's Bad. I'm not sure. Bad something. That's a really fascinating song, interesting song. I've heard it on the radio a bunch of times. Really catchy. Um, she's taken off. She's become this huge celebrity, this huge star, and just very quickly too. So I wanted to hear this song. It's live. It's an acoustic performance. I love this kind of stuff. This is kind of my first time consuming anything from her or by her, other than hearing that song on the radio a bunch of times. So let's get into it.
Thank you guys for coming. I really love you so much. I really feel like I don't show it enough. I really want you to know that I care about you so much, and I'm so blessed to have you guys in my life. Thank you so much.
It's nice to hear uh, celebrities, and it's become kind of like a cliche thing to say now. Like I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. People say it all the time, um, but it is harkening back to actual blessings from God. And so I'm not saying she's a Christian. I really don't know. But this is at least it's nice to hear someone be grateful and say to the people around them, to their fans. She's showing some love to her fans, and that's always wonderful. It shows me a little bit of who she is as a person, and that I appreciate that in an artist when they're grateful to their fans, to the people who help them get to where they are. I love seeing that. I'm pulling up the lyrics, so that's why I'm looking down on my phone. Sorry.
I had a dream. I got everything I wanted, not what you think. And if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare to anyone who might care. Thought I could fly, so I stepped off the golden. Nobody cried, nobody even noticed. I saw them standing right there. Kinda thought they might care.
Stepped off the golden. I don't know where she's from. Her accent sounds like she's just from America. Like she no accent at all. To me, to me, I don't hear any accent. So she's probably from California. But I stepped off the golden. That's I think referring to the Golden Gate Bridge. Nobody cried. Nobody even noticed. I saw them standing there, but they kind of thought they might care, but they didn't seem to care. Now, this is interesting. Is she saying, I had a dream that I got everything I wanted? Not what you'd think, but if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare. Wow. To anyone who might care, I thought I could fly. Like, I don't know if she's talking about the fame. That's something I noticed in 21 Pilots, at least. He kind of had this recurring thing about like neon gravestones. That song in particular, he talks a lot about fame and the trouble, the pain, the struggle that comes, internal struggle that comes with being famous and all of a sudden having all this stuff, everything you ever wanted and were dreaming about. NF talks about it a lot too. Now he's famous. It's like I had this dream and I thought that if I got there, I would be happy. I'm not happy. I have everything I ever wanted, but I'm still not happy. And that's an unfortunate thing to happen to people, but I can't deny that it's been a consistent theme across celebrity and fame and fortune for centuries. Most people who get everything they always wanted tend to never be satisfied and just not happy. Um, a lot of business gurus who will talk about that. They talk about how you have to have a purpose beyond making money, and usually making money comes as a result of trying to fulfill your purpose. So, um, man, It says deep. She's already deep. I'm already appreciating the song a lot.
I had a dream. I got everything I wanted, but when I wake up, I see you with me, and you.
Oh, that takes a turn. Wow, so she could be literally talking about just having a dream. It was more of a nightmare, and then she's just like, she had a dream. She got everything she wanted, and when she woke up. She's like, I see you. Now, where's it gonna go from there? Because who is this person, and are they good? Are they bad? Is this? Uh,
You say, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Don't wanna lie here, but you can learn to. If I could change the way that you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why you're here. They don't deserve you. I tried to scream, but my head was underwater. They called me weak, like I'm not just somebody's daughter. It could have been a nightmare, but it felt like they were right there. And it feels like yesterday was a year ago, but I don't wanna let anybody know, 'cause everybody wants something from me now, and I don't wanna let them down.
Gosh, this seems like a super personal song for her to be singing. Like, I don't know if this guy is just like just one of the guys in her band, like, or whatever, or just performs with her often, or if he's like a boyfriend or something. He's looking at her like, oh shoot, is she gonna cry? Like, I wouldn't blame her if this is the way she actually feels. Like, this is intense, very intense. Like, I tried to scream, but my head was underwater. They called me weak. Like, I'm not just somebody's daughter. Like, this is when someone who goes from being, just someone who's struggling, a struggling artist, to all of a sudden a famous artist. What happens is you get tons of fans, you get tons of notoriety and all this money, and everything's going great for you, and lots of congratulations. But you also get by default, like, more people than you ever have in your entire life imagined hate you all of a sudden. Like, you and I watching this video, chances are, like, we're gonna go through our lives having maybe 1 to 2 to maybe 5 people, 10 people at the most who hate us. Like, if we're really terrible people, sure. Like, maybe there'll be more people who hate us, despise us, right? Who comment on our Facebook or Twitter or whatever and say, you're awful, you're a failure, I wish you would just go die. Well, you and I are probably gonna have very few people. She in it just through her coming up in the music industry goes from having 100 fans to 100 million fans. By default, you get like a million people, a percentage, just at least a percentage of people immediately who hate you now and who want to comment on all your Facebook. They want to let you know. That's the other thing too. The internet is terrible. Not only does everyone who loves you have access to you, but everyone who hates you has access to you too. And you get bombarded all of a sudden with all these negative comments, thoughts, and feelings that you never in a million years thought would happen, or that these people existed, even, right? So I could totally understand. It makes sense to me that all of a sudden, like, she's famous. It feels like yesterday was a year ago, and I don't want to but I don't want to let anybody know, because everybody wants something from me now. You're famous. You've got money, notoriety. Now, yeah, everyone who calls you, texts you, or whatever has got like an angle. It's got something they want to get out of it. They want to develop a relationship with you so they can make this pitch to you, or get you, convince you to do this thing or that thing, and, oh, it'll be great for you, it'll be great for me, it's a win-win. Like, Can't you just be my friend? Can't you just be my friend? Yeah, man, and I don't want to let him down. She's just like she doesn't want to let anyone down. I hope she has. It sounds like she has this person in her life, a boyfriend or something, just a significant other, somebody in her life who says, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Don't want to lie here, but you can learn to. If I could change the way that you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why you hear me say they don't deserve you. And that's something that I've said to my wife, frankly. She's going through tough times and she's feeling inadequate, or she's feeling like she's not a good mom, or she's not helping enough in her ministry, or that she let the teenagers down, or her family. It's like, no, 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 no. Like, I love you so much. I do not want to know what my life would be like without you. I cannot imagine anyone else who loves my wife not feeling the same way. Her mom does not want to know what her life is like without her daughter in it. My son does not want to know what his life is going to be like without his mom in his life, right? We don't deserve her. I don't deserve my wife. I love her to death. I don't deserve her. I didn't earn her. That's what makes our marriage, frankly, it's what's I think going to make our marriage last, is the fact that I recognize that I didn't earn my wife. I don't deserve my wife. The only reason why she's here is because she found it in her heart to be so generous as to love me. Sex addict, jerk me, right? And I appreciate my wife for that, and I love her for that. And I hope that everyone has someone like that in their life, or that I hope that everyone can start to live and to love in that way. Just just loving people for who they are unconditionally. No, you didn't earn my love for you. No, you did nothing to deserve this. And frankly, no one really deserves you. No one deserves you. But you're kind enough to give yourself to them. And that's what makes you a wonderful person. So I don't know if her name is Billie Eilish. I don't know what this girl's name is. I'm just gonna call her Billie Eilish. She's saying some beautiful things here, and I hope that she's listening to whoever this other person is who's saying these things to her. She deserves love.
I had a dream. I got everything I wanted, but when I wake up, I see you waiting for me. And you say, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Don't wanna lie here, but you can learn to. If I could change the way that you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why you're here. They don't deserve you. If I knew it all, then would I do it again? Would I do it again? If they knew what they said would go straight to my head, what would they say instead? If I knew it all, then would I do it again? Would I do it again? If they knew what they said would go straight to my head, what would they say instead?
Gosh, the auditorium was so quiet you could hear a pin drop. That's so powerful. That's crazy. If I knew it all then, would I do it again? I'm sure she had no idea what she was getting into. I don't. She's very young, and not that it has anything to do with age, but just do you sit and ponder this stuff at that age? You're so worried about the next song or the next album, the next concert. Like, do you sit and really ask yourself, like, oh man, am I gonna how is it gonna affect me mentally, emotionally, to become famous all of a sudden? What are the negatives? What are the pros? What are the cons? Does anyone sit and like write down what are the possible outcomes and ask themselves, is this worth it? Do I really want this? Is this what I want for myself? Is the ladder that I'm climbing against the right building here? You know? When I'm dead and gone, is this what I want to look back on? Or when I'm dying in bed, is this what I want to look back on? When I'm in heaven? Yeah. Is this what I want to look back on? This what I want to remember my life to be like? I have big questions. I don't think that most people who suddenly find stardom and fame and fortune, I don't think that they know what they're getting into. And I'm not saying I do, right? I'm not saying that I do. It just makes sense to me that my best guess would be that there's a lot that comes with it that you just had no idea about, and it's stressful and it's hard and it's constant and it never ends, and you can't trust anybody all of a sudden. Everything you do's got to have a lawyer involved, like that's what I imagine it to be like. I can't imagine it not being that way. You're an asset all of a sudden. You're somebody's property in a sense. There are people who want to make money off of you. Everyone wants to make money off you. And at the same time, all your fans want to get something from you. In a sense, like being an artist like this, it's give, 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 give constantly. And what do you get for it? You get a bunch of money that you can waste on trying to live lavish and trying to relax and trying to cut loose and trying to just not lose your sanity, because it's like I'm giving 24/7. I go to work and I'm trying to satisfy my bosses, executives at the labels, while satisfy all these customers, and the boss wants me to satisfy my fan base, but my fan base is different than the executives and the bosses. They don't agree, they don't see eye to eye, and all of a sudden there's the producers and the managers and the roadies and the staff and the makeup artists and the hairdresser and and all your friends, all your family. What about them? They get lost in all this too? No, they still want to. They want to see you. They want you to come around. They want, like, you get mom calling you saying, "Oh, can you talk to Joni's son Thomas, because he wants, like he wants to be a rock star too, and he wants to talk to you to get some advice, like." And you'd feel bad saying no to your mom, but it's just give, 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 and everyone is just has their hands outstretched all the time. Like, that's just how I imagine it being. Everyone coming up to you, just their hand outstretched, like, can I get a photo? Can I get an autograph? Can I get something that I can take back to other people, and it's a piece of the fame and the celebrity of you. I'm gonna take a piece of you, and that's gonna make me famous for a day, for a moment, among these people at a dinner party or at the bar, or when I'm boasting about the time I met you. Like, give, give, give. The artist's life is closer to the life of Jesus Christ than most people realize. It's such a sacrificial love, such a sacrifice, and you're crucified all the time on paper, right? And then on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram and YouTube comments. But you know what? You get up every day and you keep doing it because there's something more that you're doing it for, and you're not dying for nothing. At least I hope that she believes that, and I hope she sees that just in the fact that you and I get to have this conversation, and I'm not saying you're getting anything out of it, and that's a guarantee, but I hope you are, and I hope that this is introspective and that you took something away from watching me go through this and listen to this. And I appreciate this song, and she's kind of earning a fan here. I have a lot of respect for this vulnerability right here. This She's being very vulnerable, very open, and I'm not going to be a hater. I will be a fan, and I'll be honest with you, I'll do my darndest not to have my hand outstretched and demand anything or expect anything of her. She's doing the best she can with what she's got, and I hope more power to her, frankly. More power to her. Good for her. And I'll see what I can see for free, and maybe I'll help support her, here and there. But she doesn't owe me anything, and frankly, I don't deserve her. Whoever told her that is right. I don't think any of us deserve her. She's being very generous, and I appreciate that. So, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And if this is the first time you come to my channel, welcome. You can join my subscriber base, and we can have all kinds of conversations about this stuff. I appreciate you. Peace. See you in the next one.